The Grammys are not just an award show, but a time capsule of culture. It reflects the political climate of our time, what moves people and what people are speaking out against. It highlights true artistry, giving a glimpse into the future of music and who the next generation of tastemakers will be. Every year, the wins, the snubs, the speeches are all telling a story that is beyond who just takes home a trophy, but what is rewarded, what is resisted, and even what the industry missed on and is still trying to catch up to. So this is going to be more than just a rundown of the winners and the losers, but a prediction into the future of music. What did this Grammys mean for how they think about voting in the future? What got nominated? And what artists will take off the most next year? Welcome back to Nicky at Night. I'm your host, Nicky Reardon, and I could not be more excited to talk to you all about the Grammys today. I got to go last night with YouTube. It was the most insane thing ever. We got to walk on the carpet and take pictures. I did the freaking glam bot. We got to be in a little suite with all of us the whole time. It was amazing. Thank you so much to YouTube if they're watching this. Oh my God. I had the time of my life. It was so special. The performances this year were so amazing. I can't wait to talk to you about them. I have many, many thoughts. And thank you guys for watching. Like, that's crazy, man. That is crazy. I cannot believe that this is like something that I get to do and call work. And you're just making my dreams come true. Honestly, I don't know how to describe it other than that. But thank you. You know, every watch, every time you click a video, like you are making that possible for me and making people take music journalism seriously and actually want to discuss, you know, artistry and what it means to be a musician. So thank you. You guys are really like changing my life. So we're going to start with my favorite category, of course, Best New Artist. I called Olivia Dean, okay? We got to know. I think she could literally win Album of the Year next year, which I'm not sure if somebody has won Best New Artist and then Album of the year after, but technically The Art of Loving counts in the album cycle for next year. So like we could enter the year of Olivia Dean, which is so crazy. And her performance, God, she just has the most magnetic aura of any human being I've ever seen. Like the way she smiles and she moves her arms, like you can just tell she is living her dream, man. It is beautiful. And her speech was so flawless. It was concise. It was political. It touched on what it meant to her, and also her experience of being a granddaughter of an immigrant is just so beautiful and meant so much to me. I also love that they did the Best New Artist medley again. I think that is so much fun, and I think it's really important to give sort of the new artists a moment on stage. You know, for a lot of people, this is the first time they're really experiencing a lot of them. You know what I mean? Like we know Gaga and Kendrick and Bad Bunny, like the world knows them by now, you know? So I love that there's really like this very focused intention to say like, hey, these are the people who just amazed us this year and they are the next generation of stars. And giving them each their own moment was so beautiful, but there were some really big standouts for me. Lola Young's performance had my jaw on the floor. I think the smartest thing she could do was exactly with just the piano in her voice. Like her vocal talent is unreal. And when there's so much going on, you're in a medley with 7 other people. I think minimalism was such a great strategy, right? Just her and a piano. Like this is all I need. Just me and my vocals and this slow rendition of Messy. Oh my God. I need her to release it on streaming. Please put that on Spotify. It was so stunning. Her vocals are like even better live. It is outrageous. She is going to go down, I think, as one of the greatest vocalists of this generation. I love that Somber did 12 to 12. I think that is his best song, and it really shows the range of him as both a songwriter and producer. I think it shows that there's like so much more in him as an artist, right? Like Back to Friends and Undressed is like him and his sad boy emo era. But after this performance, I'm like, oh, you could do an entire disco album and it would be amazing. Like I would eat that up. I love that he dresses like his songs all the time, like him being this giant disco ball in a custom metallics. Oh my God, it was amazing, right? Like that is 12 to 12 manifested into an outfit. And that's what a Grammys look should be to me. And also I love that he's like trying to dance. Again, boys do not do choreography anymore. It blows my mind. And like, is Somber a dancer like Cat's Eye? No, but like I love that he's doing a little groove. He's shimmying on the stage. Like we want performance. The girls, look at what Sabrina's doing. Look at what like all of these artists are doing. What Addison did. Like I want to see boys trying that hard, and I think him really like starting to be like, you know, just doing a little thing is amazing. Like I want to see more men going for it in that way, and I think he should like literally take dance classes. It would be so cool and would improve his stage presence so much. The transition of Addison Rae to Gnarly gagged me. Oh my God. That, I've never felt so gay in my life. I could feel the homo coursing through my veins. It was so good. Like, I could have drank a bottle of poppers like it was a bottle of water. Like, it was so good. If you are not getting gnarly at Coachella for Cat's Eye Cella, get out of my way, okay? If you're not barricading for Addison, get out of the way, girl. Like, this is the energy I'm bringing. You gotta shake some ass, okay? I wanna see you busting moves. We are doing it. We gotta make music fun, okay? And I also felt so bad for Alex Warren. Like, you could tell that his inner piece was genuinely out of sync. And what a terrifying thing. Like, it's your first ever Grammys. You're performing live on TV. You're floating in the air. Like that sucks. And I'm sure he felt so nervous and embarrassed about it, but it did not come across that way at all. Like I, as an objective viewer, was like, I could tell what was happening. I could tell he was trying so hard to like do his best given the circumstances. So I really was like, he did great. You know, like he should not feel bad at all. It was so amazing that he like pushed through that. And it made me have a lot of respect for him. Next, let's talk about Song of the Year. Wildflower won Song of the Year. I've been saying this. That album was too good to never win a Grammy. They had to right their wrongs and they knew it, okay? Like, Birds of a Feather is already, like, it has 3 billion streams in a year. Like, that, it is a generational album. It is Billy's best work. The songwriting in Wildflower is so stunning, the way it explores the past relationship and her own wrongdoing and their wrongdoing and just how that made her feel. It is so vulnerable. It is so raw. The vocal performance in that is like literally some of the best, I think, of her entire career. And something that this Grammys really proved to me is that they don't really care about the rules that much. Like, technically, Wildflower came out last year, but then because it wasn't packaged as a single until this year, they allowed it. And then Olivia Dean winning Best New Artist is like, again, technically her album came out after the cutoff, but Man I Need and Nice to Each Other, the singles were before the cutoff. So like, technically, those should have been the only songs she was graded on, but I think Grammys really just goes off vibes a lot of the time. Like, Olivia Dean has so much of like the aura, and it's just like on a rocket ship right now, right? To where she felt like the Best New Artist. And I think in a really interesting contrast was to Somber, right? Because Somber, I think, rushed the album. I believe he released it like the week or so before the cutoff date, and it was only 10 songs. So like that was a strategic decision by them because they thought, oh, like he can't really submit for Best New Artist, or he's not going to get Best New Artist if he doesn't have an album out. And Olivia Dean did the opposite, where she waited until after, and I think had a really, really amazing, cohesive album. And it ended up, they didn't care, you know? Again, same thing with like Billy and Wildflower winning Song of the Year. Like, they just are like, this is such an amazing song, is written so well that like it felt crazy for it not to win anything, you know? I will say I would have loved if a lot of these others wins. I was shocked APT didn't get either of the awards. So that song is huge. It is insane to me. And it's such a cool, like, fun, cheeky cultural reference. I think it's so well written. You know, like the idea of the game APT, but then also saying like apartment, like come to my apartment. You know, it's just such a clever pop song. I love that Bruno and Rosé is such a good combination. I would have loved that song like won Song of the Year or Record of the Year. But again, Wildflower, I'm not complaining. You guys know Billy is my girl. Record of the Year was kind of a surprise to me. I don't know. They love Kendrick, and Kendrick is amazing. I mean, him winning Record of the Year back-to-back years is pretty insane. I think I saw something that he is now the most Grammy-winning rapper of all time, which is so deserved. I think he is the greatest, will debatably go down as the greatest rapper who's ever lived at this point, which is insane. And he's had such a dominant 2 years, both like commercially, culturally. It was amazing. So I was happy with that. I will say, like, there were so many great songs on this list. You know, I think Abracadabra has to be the best performed song of the entire year to me. Like, it's She's in a 3-story cage, what she did at Coachella, the VMAs. Like, it's just insane. Gaga is constructing movies and entire like theatrical productions at this point just for one song. So I'd have loved that one also. Even the Subway, I think, was like would have been a wild card. Anxiety would have been a wild card pick, but again, I love both of those songs. DTMF also would have been awesome, but Bad Bunny won Album of the Year, so like I'm not upset about like him not getting record. Then I want to talk about some of the interesting performances as well as some of like the other categories that I found interesting wins. Starting with Justin Bieber performing naked, I actually think that there was a lot of hidden symbolism to this, right? Swag is meant to be, it's his first album he has ever done without Scooter Braun, right? It is the most raw, like, this is just Justin. I think that is why all the music videos are in black and white. I think that's why the album cover was black. Like, he has been in the machine of this music industry since he was like 11. And it has taken until literally this year for him to get out of that. So I think that the purpose of the performance was to show like, this is me in my most vulnerable state. As an artist, I have never even been in this at this level in this setting before. And I think that's why there was no band, there was no clothes, there was no nothing, right? It was just Justin. And that was the point of the performance. It's the point of the entire album, I believe. It is raw, it is vulnerable. It's his first album as a father, I believe. Like, it was just, I think, really, really poetic, actually. I think people just thought, like, oh my God, hot, which, yes. But there was, I think, actually, like, a lot of intention and symbolism in that performance. For Best Pop Duo or Group Performance, I have a hot take. I think the original Defying Gravity is better than the Ariana Grande and Cynthia version. You can come for me. You can disagree with me. I know that is a very hot take for a lot of people. And maybe it's just nostalgia for me, honestly. And that's what it is. But I would have loved if, you know, I think Golden by K-pop Demon Hunters should have won that as well, honestly. Like, that, it is literally the most streamed movie in Netflix history, and it's K-pop Demon Hunters. Like, there's no way. It's not a franchise. It's not a part of it. Like, nobody would have known. It was such a cultural phenomenon. It was such an amazing thing for, I think, the genre of K-pop to have this really great mainstream moment with young people is so cool. It, I think, is something that will be talked about and strategized, and every movie company is trying to think about how do we get our own version of that now. And I would have loved if it had won this, honestly. So I'll take Defying Gravity because, you know, I love Wicked. We know this. I love Ariana Grande. I love them. But, like, I think I would have wanted K-pop Demon Hunters more, honestly. Then Sinners winning Best Soundtrack over Wicked was shocking to me, but I am so happy. Sinners soundtrack is one of the most beautiful things I have ever seen. It is so integral to the storytelling of that movie, and I love that music is actually like a very deep theme of the movie. It is this window into the culture of the time. It is touching on how all of these genres like country and jazz and bluegrass were completely derivative from Black artists, from slaves or freed slaves at that time. And then it was, you know, propagated and commercialized and sort of taken away from those communities, or just not given the same level of ownership. And that, it's just beautiful. I love that Sinners was a completely original film, right? It's not IP, it's not a book, it's not, like, it's nothing. It's just Sinners. And compared to something like Wicked, which has all of this institutional backing, has been on Broadway, has, like, we've all known about Wicked, right? I love that Sinners won. I hope Sinners wins some Oscars. I wanted to win Best Picture, if I'm being honest with you. So fingers crossed, this is a good start. And last, we gotta talk about Album of the Year. Bad Bunny winning Album of the Year was so deserved. That music is just, it gives me chills. Like, it is such a window into Puerto Rican culture, what it was like growing up there, how he has this so much love and nostalgia for his childhood and missing these moments that meant so much to him. And as he grows in his career and becomes this massive worldwide artist, he's so intentional about remaining in touch with his culture, about using his platform to make people understand what it means to be Puerto Rican. And that, I think, is just so freaking beautiful. I love that he dresses very gender fluidly. You know what I mean? Like, I think Bad Bunny is just such a great role model. And it makes me so happy that he won, and especially in this time with all the things that happened with Trump, and then he's about to do the Super Bowl. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. It's going to be a crazy year. It is going to be like, I think Super Bowl's in like in a week or two. I cannot wait. It's going to be like one of the most talked about performances of all time. I hope he like breaks the record for the most amount of views in the Super Bowl because that will piss off Trump. I would say like one of the things that really, I think, sort of snubbed that surprised me the most was Gaga not winning any of the big four. I felt like this album was amazing. She broke the record for the largest set of a female artist in history when she performed in Brazil. Her Coachella set was like culture-breaking, generational performance. Abracadabra's performances, both in the music, everything. Like, it was such an amazing album. I think it showed her range as an artist incredibly. Die With a Smile, I believe, is the biggest song of the past 2 years, and that is on this album, technically, even though it came out last year. It just shocked me, and I really think she wanted it, but also, I think, like, again, like, this was Bad Bunny's year, truly, to me. It was absolutely amazing, and I'm so happy because he also has never won Album of the Year. He's also the first Spanish-speaking album to win Album of the Year. And that was just so important for the culture now. Again, that's what I'm saying when I talk about how, like, the Grammys and music is this time capsule and window into culture. Like, it is because of things like this, moments like this, right? It is a reflection of what is going on in the world. And people are so excited to celebrate Latin culture and want to uplift these artists because they are being persecuted at a larger scale and debatably the largest scale in American history right now, right? And that is really terrifying. But again, it's these moments that make me optimistic that more people are waking up than we think they are. And that this is, just an amazing thing. And I can't wait to see what the rest of the year holds. This is going to be, I think, a really crazy year for music. But yeah, that was my Grammy recap. Let me know if there's anything that I didn't talk about that you wanted me to. I'll try to respond to some comments. And thank you so much for watching, man. And I got to go to the Grammys. Like, what? Yeah. I love you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We got some good things coming up, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.